In one of my parishes in Springfield, Illinois, Blessed Sacrament, I relied on a parishioner who was on our diocesan pastoral council to help me kind of get the parish on a good footing. His name was Jim Cody. He was an extraordinary businessman in Springfield. And the Codys were kind of parallel to the Vans. The Codys were in Blessed Sacrament. The Vans were in St. Agnes. And kind of the same age where there was a Cody, there was a Van. You know how those things were. And Catholic education was important to us. And one day I said to Jim, Jim, I really appreciate all that you do. And I said, I really admire, your business acumen and all that you can do and how you've helped me. And his wife and my mother were good friends as well. And he told me a little bit of his story early on in his married life when he had young children and they were growing up. He said, I was offered a business deal, but which wasn't right, which would have advanced me, he said, but I told my boss that I was not going to do anything under the table that would jeopardize my soul. And Jim was fired. Well, later on, he got his feet back on the ground. He became even more successful. But Jim was a man who was guided by his integrity and his faith, and he was always able to give that back to his community. And when I was transferred to Blessed Sacrament, he met me over in Decatur, gave me a big volume of plans for the parish. And I met him not long ago, and I said, see, Jim, we were able to get all that accomplished, but because of his integrity and his business and his faith and how he led his life. So he, to me, stands as an example of why this conference is so important, how we show that faith and business and ethics, really we have to give leadership by our example and all of that to the world in which we live. So by doing this, we really promote living our lives rightly and justly and godly in the sight of God in all of our dealings and what we seek to do. So I'm really grateful to be here this year for that. One of the things I think you all know that for me is I've tried to do since I've been here is get around to be at all of our Catholic schools, all of them throughout the county. And I've made most of them, but not quite all yet. Recently, I was at the School of Our Lady. I was at St. Francis. I was at St. Joseph's in Santa Ana. Was blessed to be at St. Irenaeus in Cyprus this week to meet firsthand the students and to thank the faculties, the students, the parents, and the staff for their sacrifice in our schools, and to kind of reflect on how important the mission of Catholic schools here is in our diocese because it impacts everything else. And we're blessed here in our Diocese of Orange in many, many ways because we have schools throughout the diocese that serve all kinds of populations, some of which, as we know, struggle. But it's not unlike our forebears were generations ago as well when they saw a need. And so I'm here to thank you for the support this conference gives to our Catholic schools. We're in a providential position with the resources that we have to be able to help families that are economically disadvantaged and other families as well, all throughout the diocese. So again, I thank you for the scholarship aid that this provides and the grants that this provides. Facilities we can always work on, and we are, but we have to have the students there. And your generosity helps us to fill those desks in our grade schools, whether they be in Santa Ana or South County or wherever. We're the same diocese, the same family of God, providing the same needs. So I'm really grateful, and I'm thanking you for that, for the opportunity as well to continue the mission of Catholic schools here in our diocese, and as well to really make a difference in many students' lives. Recently, I just got a letter from Archbishop Lucas in Omaha, who is a good friend of mine and my former boss. With him, I have been on the Bishop's Committee for Catholic Education, but he asked me to be part of another venture by the Conference of Catholic Bishops on the bishop's part to revitalize Catholic grade schools and high schools throughout the country. So I'm glad to be part of that because it's very important to me because it impacts everything else. It really does. And it's not in our faith, we have to have this or that, it's both and. So I really thank you for, and you'll see on the video, really the impact that you have on the mission of Catholic schools in the Diocese of Orange, which is integral to who we are in all areas of our diocese. So I thank you for your generosity, ask you to reflect on that, and really appreciate all that you do. And I try to get around to know all the students because that's important to me as well, and all of us. So I thank you very, very much for this conference that really supports our Catholic education scholarships for our students in so many, many ways. So thank you. So we're here to recognize a couple of individuals today, as we've done every year, who make an impact in our community by their faith and by their lives and touch so many others. And so today, you can see their bios are here attached in our program. But we have a couple individuals who have become very important to me as well in my life here. First one I'd like to introduce is Lucy Dunn. She became a good friend early on. And Lucy, through your invitation to me my week after I got here, you've helped me make a lot of connections here in the diocese and in the county. And I'm grateful for that and for all you've done to support the campaign and your gift of music and your help in the parish and all that. So Lucy, I'm really grateful to have you here, and I'd like you to come up now. I'd like to introduce Lucy again. You know, Lucy, I'm the oldest of 6 as well, so that's why we have that in common as well. So again, this is a small recognition of gratitude for all that you do for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. It's so awesome. Such an honor. Thank you so much. It is. Thank you, Bishop Van. I'm never without words, so it's really odd for me to be up here because this one really makes me verklempt. I really want to thank you, fellow recipients, distinguished speakers, guests, business colleagues, St. Elizabeth Ann, Seton, friends, and family. I'm honored and thrilled beyond measure about this morning's event, the inspirational presentation already, Matthew Kelly, thank you, and of course this award. I must tell you, I had to bring along plenty of family and friends this morning to keep me humble. I've been making everyone around the office call me Your Holiness for about a week now. It's really kind of cool. Talk about, holy moments. I must tell you, it's a different meaning, Matthew. I must tell you, however, it really is remarkable to also be in the same company as Bishop Brown and Tim Levesque. It's pretty heady stuff indeed. Congratulations as well to you on your awards. But I accept this remarkable honor with the knowledge that it reflects the goodness of so many inspirational, faith-filled people who surround me every day. My faith family at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, under the leadership of Father Tom Pato and Deacon Steve Greco, the remarkable liturgy and music program that Hugh referenced, it just fills my spirit to be part of that. And of course, my one-woman cheering section over here, Malou Mariano in the C's staff, but for her, you bring joy every day, reflecting the love that is a hallmark of our parish. Sportscaster Al McGuire once said, "The person who reaches for the dinner check and doesn't get it never wanted it in the first place." The same observation might be made about business ethics. The company that says circumstances prevented it from doing the right thing probably never wanted to do it in the first place. At Orange County Business Council, I am blessed to work with bold, fearless leaders who reach for and pick up that check every day. Thank you, Kurt Pringle, for your wonderful video. Very, very wonderful tribute. Mike Hornack, Jeff Roos, Steve Churm, Ron DeLuigi, all board members here today joining me from OCBC. I am grateful for your support, servant leadership, and faith-centered counsel. And my team members from OCBC, you are the wind beneath our wings for everything that we do. Great research, wisdom, advocacy, communications, thoughtful analysis, all keep us focused on the high ground, ever searching for the right thing to advance all that is good for Orange County. I thank my family here as well. My brother John, thank you for your video, thank you. Chris, my children, Gerard, Riley, Ed, and Katie, and a special thank you to my husband, Jerry Fain, who couldn't be here today. He really was faith inspiration for our entire family and a great man. They are my best critics, my best inspiration. I love you, and I'm glad to share this with you as well. Speaking of our children, one of Orange County Business Council's top initiatives is promoting workforce development, including preparing and educating our young people for a highly competitive global 21st century economy. The importance of today's mission to raise funds for Catholic education couldn't be more relevant to meeting the business community's needs today and in the future. Orange County is a great metropolitan area, the 6th largest county in America by population. More population here than 20 states in the Union. We have a diverse economy and a diverse ethnicity. We are blessed with a strong path to economic recovery after the Great Recession, and we have good, high-paying jobs, important in a high-cost county in which we live. These jobs require a highly skilled workforce. And look at Catholic education metrics. Over 98% of Catholic students, also ethnically diverse and focused on science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, over 98% graduate from high school. And of that 98%, over 97% of those high school kids go on to upper education, 2-year, 4-year university degrees. Compare that to a 10% high school dropout rate in public education in Orange County and a 20% or more dropout rate in Los Angeles County. I share this with you because the studies validate that the more education, the better the job, the better the pay. These are metrics that any business would appreciate, making a compelling case for a generous investment in Catholic education by our business community. Jackie Kennedy once said, "If you bungle raising your children, I don't think whatever else you do well matters very much." Orange County is aging, and demographics are our destiny. Keeping well-educated, faith-based young people here in Orange County with good education, good-paying jobs, building homes they can afford for the families to raise is job one for us at OCBC. And Catholic education is an important tool to that success. We cannot bungle losing our children. Thank you for your financial support today. Remember, Orange County is a great metropolitan area, And every great metropolitan area has a great press, a great cathedral, and great education. So I would conclude by saying, reach for that check. Subscribe to the Register. Let's complete the Cathedral Capital campaign, get that cathedral going, and support Catholic education for the benefit of all of us here in Orange County. You can see I'm passionate about Orange County, and I'm passionate about how much we all contribute to the greatness that we are. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you for this great honor. I will aspire every day to meet the ideals it represents. Bless you all today. Thank you.